Membership in our fellowship is open to all people who agree with our mission, support our covenant, and are in agreement with the principles and values that we affirm and promote, regardless of age, ethnicity, cultural identity, national origin, gender identification, sexual orientation, theological beliefs, or financial means. We are so thrilled that more than 60 people have joined the fellowship within the last year. Some have been connected with us for a while and just decided to take the step to join. Others have just discovered us on Zoom. Some are in the US or Canada or other parts of Mexico, or are very new here in our San Miguel community. Some come from a long history with Unitarian Universalism, and for some, this is their first experience. So now, thanks to Chris Chase from our membership committee and our great staff, Denise, Diana, and Diego's hard work, I invite you now to meet just some of our new members.
My name is Jerry Rossing. My wife Pam and I have lived in San Miguel full-time for about 15 years. And during that time, I've been going to the UU services off and on. And I enjoy the services here in San Miguel. I have been a UU since 1981. My first UU church was the First Jefferson Unitarian Universalist Church of Fort Worth. And it was on the far east side of Fort Worth. After about 13 years, some other West Siders and I got together and we started meeting at my house out of convenience. And we did that for several weeks and then started meeting at other people's houses. And eventually we rented a storefront and started having services there with regular services with visiting ministers. And then in 1995, we were officially recognized by the UUA as the West Side Unitarian Universalist Church of Fort Worth. I am so honored to be the founder and the first president of West Side. And I'm looking forward to spending a lot of time and enjoying the church here.
Hello, my name is Mary Morrell, and I have been a member of the fellowship since last February. I joined the fellowship primarily because I was curious about what the Universalist views of the world are. And it just seemed like a very friendly group of people that were serious about the problems that face other people in the world and what we might do about it. And that's one of the things that was very instrumental in my deciding to join. And I'm looking forward to being involved in some of the activities regarding social justice in general, not just in Mexico, but in all of the world. And I think the history of the organization here and the organization worldwide has been one of fighting for justice for those people. And that's very appealing to me.
Hi, I'm John Blandford. I am very excited to be joining the UU community here in San Miguel de Allende. I am originally from Ottawa, Canada. I moved to Philadelphia to attend university, and it is there that I met Brian.
I'm Brian Fishbone. I've also been here in San Miguel for about 4 months. John and I have been together for about 15 years. I was living in Philadelphia for 20 years, and we met there. I'm originally from Connecticut in the United States, and we're super thrilled to be joining UU in San Miguel de Allende. We were members of the First Unitarian Church of Philadelphia for many years. And now that we're here, we wanted to get connected with the local UU community. And I'm actually going to be helping with a little bit of diversity and inclusion experience. I work in HR and diversity and inclusion, and I'm going to serve on the committee about widening the circle for UU. So we're both really excited to be part of the congregation.
Yes, very much.
Hi, I'm Denise Gallipo, and I live in Oaxaca, Mexico. Some of you might be surprised to see my face here as a new member since I've worked for the fellowship for the last 6 years. Even though I haven't been a member, I've always respected what the fellowship stands for, and especially how they support the local community. So COVID, I think, has shown us how important connections and family are. So I decided that it was time to make my connection with this family official. I'm really happy to be part of the fellowship. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Steve Sturry,
And I'm Ellen Sturry.
and we've been coming to the San Miguel Unitarian Fellowship since 2018.
And that was when we first discovered San Miguel, and on our first trip here, we discovered the UUF-SMA, and we have been coming back both to San Miguel and the church ever since then.
And I'm serving now on the endowment committee, so I've been involved in many Zoom meetings over the last year. And the fellowship and the members of the fellowship have been very important to us.
And our plans for SMA are to spend about half of the year here in 2 different hitches. Those times when the season and the climate in our other place of residence, Washington, D.C., is not so hospitable. So we have always enjoyed our time in San Miguel and look forward to much more of it.
The fellowship has been important because of the social activities, social action groups that are so important in the community at large. We feel that we're very privileged to live in San Miguel.
And we've enjoyed meeting so many of the people we've met through the UUF-SMA. We've developed some very good friendships, and that's been very important to us here.
Hello, I'm Hugh Tomlinson, and I live in Silao, which is between Guanajuato and Leon. I moved here in November of 17 from Michigan. I lived in Michigan for about 20 years, and I was born and raised in Vermont. I have a husband, and he is from Silao. We were living in Michigan, got very tired of winter, and we decided to move somewhere warmer. So he is from here, and also I was a flight attendant for Delta, and being that the airport is so close by, and actually it's in Silao, this was a very convenient place to be while I was working. In the end of July, 1st of August, I retired, so I live here full time now. And it's sort of difficult living here in Silao not speaking Spanish, because I think sometimes I'm the only English-speaking person here. So that brings me to how happy I was to find the UU Fellowship in San Miguel. I think in October perhaps is when I found you and started coming. It's been absolutely wonderful. I look forward to my Sundays. I look forward to Tuesdays coffee hours, and now I'm looking forward to beginning to be a little bit more active and being able to do what I can from a distance.
I'm Jean Marie. Sitting next to me is my Jean Marie Stine, and next to me is my partner,
Frankie Hill. Hello. It's lovely to see you all. Wonderful San Miguel congregation.
and wonderful to join.
Yes, and as some of you know, we now live here in San Miguel, and so we aim to be here for the long haul, and we're very happy about it. We come most recently, we are from Eugene, Oregon, and are still overlappingly members of the Unitarian Universalist Church in Eugene. And yeah, so we've been attending the San Miguel Fellowship since what?
April of last year.
Yes.
We had planned to come down in the spring, and then COVID.
But on the plus side, quarantining has allowed us to become, regular attendees of your services. So that's amazing.
Yes, we've seen almost every service since April.
And I'm loving the infrastructure that all of our congregations have developed in response to this, that allows us to participate remotely, and hopefully will continue to.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you for your work on that, Diego, as well.
Oh, yes.
So we've been, UU since 2003?
2002, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
So in almost 20 years, this is our fourth church. But now we own a house here, so we're not thinking we're going anywhere soon.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Colleen Bessman, and I have lived here in San Miguel for 12 years. We moved here from Seattle, Washington, and I am very interested in being part of the UU community and being a help to the community, but also to get to know everyone as friends and spiritual guides in my life. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and of course you can imagine, I know so many people in UU, from working with all of those organizations, with the writers group and with Audubon and then with Trevelyan. So, I have been to some different UU events, and I just thought, this is something I can do now. I'm not working full time, and I have time, and I love these people, and I love all the things they do, and helping the community. And I thought that I could be of use because of my language skills and my culture skills. I can see myself getting involved with helping people maybe do some projects that are more creative, help children think out of the box, how problem solving, which is huge problem here, planning ahead, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So that is something I could be useful. I'm here, and I'm really happy to be participating and to be joining, and I hope that if anybody has more questions for me, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
Nora Weaver here. I have visited San Miguel for almost 20 years, for 2 and 3 months at a time, and often had 8 new guests every week during that time. I finally moved here about 4 years ago, and think I'll live here the rest of my life because I'm very happy here. Some of you may know me from my board work with Jóvenes Adelante. I support our 96 mentors at Jóvenes, and a number of you are mentors, and I know there is tremendous financial support over the years from the UUs. I think at this moment you support 4 of our inspiring young people in getting an education. So for that, we are very grateful. I'm also aware that Jóvenes Adelante started about 20 years ago with a small group of UU people, and Helen and David and one pair of shoes, as the story goes. So I'm glad to tie those two parts of my life together. And I'm just really happy to be a part of your efforts. And I thank you very much.
I'm Chris Crossgrove.
And I'm Shoshana Levinson.
And we've been coming to San Miguel off and on since 2006. And before that, I lived in San Miguel as a child. We became members of our local UU here in Connecticut, in Manchester, Vernon, to be precise, about 5 years ago, though we actually had been drawn to the UU because of their music program. Both Shoshana and I like to sing, and we've been in their chorus there for many years. And then we started coming to UU and San Miguel.
I think what draws us to the Unitarian Fellowship is the people and the community that supports so much of the Central Mexico people and social justice that we are all working for all over the world. And San Miguel is so filled with beautiful people and art and music and good food, which is my specialty. So we're just really happy to be part of the UUF-SMA.
Hey everybody, this is Robin Loving, and as many of you know, I was there for 13 very happy years. I'm back in Austin now, but I'm a member of U again. I love UU, the UU Fellowship, and in fact, I love it so much, I'm helping to found one here in Austin. It's called the UU 7 Principles Fellowship, and do not worry, I will still be a member of U and a member of that one as soon as it's founded now. We just got our papers yesterday, so this is news. As everybody who's ever known me knows, and especially people in Austin know, my heart is still in San Miguel. My body's here in Austin and I need to be here and I'm happy here, but wow, my heart is still in San Miguel there with you. And so I'm grateful that we've got Zoom. So many good things have come as a result of the pandemic. I'm active with the social action group there. I'm the steward for Feed the Hungry. And I'm helping with the evolution of our grant giving program. I'm always available. If anybody wants to reach out, I Zoom, I call, I email. So I'm always available, even though I'm not physically there. If you're in Austin, mi casa es su casa. You're welcome to come and visit or stay a bit, as they say. I just want to thank everybody for being a part of this. It's it takes a community, as they say, and it's this, you know, when I left San Miguel, I said, oh my goodness, I just realized that this has been the most important community of my life. And I'm a person who's been in community relations all of her life. So hang in there, do what you can, and let's make it our own on behalf of the community. And that's about all I have to say. I'm grateful to be a member, and I'm real grateful that that this community has grown so much and so quickly with great leadership on the board, great leadership in the pulpit, great leadership on the Sunday Service Committee and others. So thank you for whatever you're doing.
Well, thank you, all of you. We are so blessed to have you. And it's so great to see a little bit and listen to you share a little bit about who you are so we all get to know each other better. And now I'd like to invite all the new members, led by new member Hugh Tomlinson, who you just met, to recite together the new member affirmation. It will appear on the screen momentarily, and over to you to lead it.
Good morning. We join this Unitarian Universalist Fellowship with an affirmation of our willingness to participate in and support a religious organization whose members are dedicated to the quest for truth, freedom, and justice. We seek to understand and fulfill our potential by leading lives of integrity and service to others. We willingly join you in continuing the creation of this beloved community.
It's traditional when new people join a fellowship or a church for the minister to deliver a charge to them, as it's called. So what I want to say first is we're so glad, or I'm so glad, to have you part of this church. Each of you enrich the fabric of this community, and we're blessed to account you among our members. Here in this fellowship, there are so many opportunities to be involved, to find community, to meet your spiritual needs, to learn, to have fun, to serve others, to share your love and receive the love and care of others. Know that the ministry and the programs of this congregation are here for you. And know that there's a wonderful staff and incredibly dedicated volunteers that will do all they can to help you make connections and to participate in the life of this community. Joining this fellowship is entering a new relationship. Like any positive relationship, it's a two-way street. The fellowship has a lot to give you, but also you bring something special to us. We're enriched by your presence here, by your gifts. Many of you have already begun to share them. So in accordance with custom, I charge you to explore or continue exploring, to find what interests you, supports you, gives meaning to your life. You can get involved to the degree that you wish. But the truest thing I can tell you about membership in this fellowship or any church or fellowship is what you get out of it is always in proportion to what you put into it. Welcome to this new relationship in your life and in the life of the fellowship. May it be productive for both of us. And now, Diego will post a congregational response, and Chris Chase from our membership committee will lead you in reading that. The text will appear momentarily on the screen.
Our community is blessed by your presence. May it be for you and for all, a cradle for new dreams, a workshop of our common endeavor, and a home for spiritual growth and human understanding.
As a token of our welcome and as something to help you on your journey exploring Unitarian Universalism, we have a gift for each of our new members. Now, it's not quite as easy to hand out as it would be at an in-person ceremony, but we want you to get it. So this is the gift. It's called A Pocket Guide to Unitarian Universalism. And it's also available in Spanish, if anyone would like to request that. If you're in San Miguel and you have a mailbox at one of the mail services, please send that mailbox number and the service name to Diana Amaya at info@ufsma@gmail.com. She's posting that address now, and we'll get one delivered there. If you're in San Miguel and don't have a mailbox, give us an address where it can be dropped off. If you're in the US, Canada, or elsewhere in Mexico, give us an address where we can get one shipped to you.